So I just want to share my real encounter. So I was enrolled at a university in Pangasinan and I was in 7th grade that time. The university had a hospital but it was closed kasi hindi masyado napupuntahan ng mga tao, or I think na bankrupt ang mismong hospital but not the university itself. The rooms on the upper floors and above were not used and are completely abandoned, but some of them were used by other courses as classrooms, probably at around 3rd or 4th floor. And the first floor is also used as an office for school-related purposes. So when me and my classmates are on vacant, we decided to explore the 6th floor and beyond. Isa sa friend ko sabi niya, merong isang room sa 7th floor that was once an operating room and there were some rumors na may paranormal activities or ghosts doon. One of my classmates said that someone died there kasi failed ang procedure. Us being curious that time went there. Nung nakarating na kami sa 7th floor, there's this glass door which proceeds to the operating room but you have to pass the hallway to get there. So pinuntahan namin ito kasi adventure at thrill kasi bored kami that time. So me and my classmates went inside the operating room to peep what's inside. We were walking slowly that time, that's when we heard a cry. A fucking cry inside the room. Its pitch was like a girl. We looked at each other when we heard it, then ran towards the glass door where we came from. Nung nakarating na kami sa harap, that's when my classmates started to hold the glass door so we cannot exit. Sila sa labas tawa ng tawa while kaming nasa loob sumisigaw na sa takot. Then they let us out. Sumisigaw kami sa takot habang pababa. Nung nakabalik na kami sa classroom namin, pinatawag kami sa guidance with the principal. A college professor heard our screams and it disrupted their class. While inside the office, we told everything that happened. Sinabi namin sa principal sa guidance officer na may narinig kaming iyak sa loob ng operating room. None of them responded sa answer namin. They just kept their mouth shut. Sinabi na lang sa amin na wag na kami bumalik doon at kung gagawin pa namin, tatawagin ng parents namin at baka masuspend pa kami. That was 2016 when it happened. Ngayong 2025 na, I can still remember what happened and when my mind recalls that memory, it gives me the creeps. So kagabi, I decided to get a massage after a night out with friends. There's a Korean spa nearby that operates 24 hours. It also functions as a hotel with dedicated private rooms. I availed their 3-hour package which comes with 1-hour massage and 2 hours use of their amenities, sauna, steam, pool, sleeping area. I checked in at around 2 a.m. The next available therapist will be at 3:20 a.m. pa daw. So I decided to use the wet area facilities na lang while waiting. At 3:15, umakyat na ako and the receptionist told me to go ahead to the 5th floor of the building, room 503. There I waited for the therapist to arrive. To give you an idea, the room has 3 massage beds. Pagpasok ng pinto, may 2 beds na magkatabi. The other bed, nasa may bandang dulo, right side of the CR. For some weird reason, the CR has a sign na hindi functional pero may ilaw sa loob. Hindi siya yung usual CR. This one, you can literally see the inside kasi glass yung partition with frosted glass sa gitna. Pangbingbangan siguro, ganon. I did not feel any weird vibe from the room to be honest. Pinaglaruan ko pa nga yung ilaw pagpasok kasi ang liwanag masyado. Kaso hindi ko makuha yung tamang timpla ng lighting na gusto ko. Anyway, I chose to use the bed sa tabi ng CR para hindi ako maistorbo if ever may ibang client na dumating since the room is supposed to be shared with others. After 5 minutes, the therapist arrived. Bouncer type yung build ni kuya. The session started. Usually kapag nakadapa, yung ulo ko nakatapat lang sa butas ng bed but medyo uncomfy yung bed nila kasi may towel sa gitna. So nakatagilid yung ulo ko. After nung back massage, he proceeded with the leg routine. This time, yung ulo ko was facing the CR. My eyes were half closed only so tanaw ko yung ilaw sa CR. When all of a sudden, the lights inside the CR flickered. Pero hindi siya yung usual na fluctuation na mabilis bumalik. Parang may nagpatay talaga ng ilaw tapos binuksan. So napadilat ako. Then I turned to look at the therapist. Bro! There's a black shadow behind him. Naglag pa ako ng konti kasi naisip ko, baka it's just another therapist that entered the room. Pero bakit naman siya tatayo sa likod ni kuya? Bakit naman niya kami papanoorin? So nung na-realize ko na hindi tao yung nakita ko, parang lumaki yung tenga at ulo ko sa takot. I was fucking scared. But I pretended to be chill lang and asked kuya to turn on the lights. Nagkatitigan kami ni kuya tapos nung nagkaintindihan kami, we both decided to leave the room. Medyo nagunahan pa kami makalabas ng room. Sa laking tao ni kuya, siya pa nauna lumabas sa akin. Paglabas ng room, sabi ko, "Kuya, nakita mo yun?" He responded, "Oo sir, hindi ko na nga dapat papansinin, kaso napansin mo rin pala." Apparently, he also saw a black shadow nung nag-flicker yung lights. Before going down, may ate girl na bantay ng floor. She asked bakit hindi daw kami natapos. We shared the story and she confirmed na mabigat nga daw yung feeling doon sa floor na yon. The Tera told me to report it sa reception sa ibaba, which I did. There, they confirmed na hindi ako yung first time mag-report ng creepy experience. Pero ito daw yung first time na may client na nakakita mismo. Usually daw kasi ang complaints na natatanggap nila ay mga nagpaparamdam lang. Nagkwento din si ate girl na nasunog daw yung dating building na yon at may mga namatay. One of them is a Chinese family daw. Sinabi niya rin doon sa 5th floor, may nakakarinig daw na tumatakbong bata sa hallway. Honestly, hindi ko alam kung figment of imagination lang yung nangyari. I'd like to believe it is, but the therapist confirmed what I saw. This was also my first time encountering such, as a non-believer of ghosts and supernatural entities. My ex's family was very much involved with the paranormal. It's not something that we talked about a lot, pero it's one of those things about someone that's just there. By the way, his family was from a mountainous province up north, but he grew up in Makati. It started with his grandmother, who allegedly made a deal with an elemental. Di nabanggit sa akin kung aswang ba or what, basta elemental daw. And since then, his lola started to accumulate wealth until they become an influential name in their community. His dad even got elected as a kagawad at some point. The downside was that his family attracted a lot of entities. May mga itim na duwende daw who were forcefully breaking into their house. There were light orbs that would randomly appear in the middle of the night, waking the family up. May manananggal pa nga raw who tried to snatch their dog. Pero among all, yung itim na mga duwende daw ang notorious problem nila. To fend them off, may wooden charm silang laging sinusuot na bigay daw ng lola niya, which is lagi ko ring nakikita na suot ng ex ko. Too unbelievable for me to be honest, but hey, that's what he said. Anyway, fast forward, the grandmother died. His dad met his mom. They fell in love. The dad figured that a supernatural infested life was not ideal for them, so they sold the house in the province and moved to Metro Manila, where they started a new life. Kaya pinanganak at laking Makati yung ex ko. Also, even in the metro, his dad's business flourished. And eventually, they even opened their own franchise of a well-known fast food restaurant and his dad attributed it as deal na ginawa ng lola niya. Pero ayun nga, it turned out nasundan din sila sa Makati ng mga itim na duwende. My ex would tell me stories about sa mga itim na duwending umaaligid-aligid sa bahay nila. On random days, on the corner of the eye, they would make their presence known daw. Madalas din daw na may mga nawawalang gamit sa bahay nila or mga nababasag na kung ano-ano. Yung bata raw siya, ilang beses siyang pilit na itago ng mga duwende. However, that works only to be protected by her grandmother's charm. Then, when he was in high school, he fell down the stairs and tinulak daw siya. They tried to cleanse their house. Ilang albularyo and spirit mediums na ang tinawag nila, but nothing really worked. Pero ang common na sinasabi daw sa kanila ng mga spirit mediums ay something along the line of, may kailangan kayong ibalik sa kanila. My ex has no idea what it was, and apparently, neither did his dad. Tapos ayun, they learned to live with it na lang daw, and the activities were not as frequent as they were. Again, too unbelievable for me to be honest, but hey, that's what he said.